Welcome to a webinar on recruiting school leaders. I am Javelin Bonner-Reed, Project Director for the Principal Pipeline Initiative and Director of HR Strategic Initiatives. This webinar will provide an update of current and future principal recruitment strategies and introduce you to a new role created on the HR sourcing team. This new role is a sourcing manager focused on school leadership recruitment. David LeGrand is serving in this role, which is temporarily funded by the Wallace Grant and internal CMS funding. We are looking for ongoing funding beyond July 2015. I will now turn it over to David LeGrand to describe the development of our recruitment strategies and the information needed from learning communities.
Thank you, Javelin. CMS experiences a considerable number of administrative changes each year. Therefore, it's vitally critical that we have a pool of talented, capable school leaders to select from when a principal vacancy is available. The challenge of ensuring the talent pool is robust is something that we are working towards strategically. Through the Wallace Grant, a 6-month position was created to focus on administrative recruitment. Over the past 2 months and for the next 4 months, this position will focus on increasing the quality of candidates in the talent pool through active recruitment. We are developing a recruiting plan as we move forward. The recruiting plan will take a two-pronged approach. One prong will be an internal recruitment. We believe in growing our own, and there are advantages to advancing within the organization. There will be targeted efforts to increase the number of internal candidates for our principal talent pool. We will continue to work with our principal partnership programs, such as Leaders for Tomorrow at Winthrop, School Executive Leadership Academy at Queens, Aspiring High School Principal Program at UNCC, and educational leadership programs at Wingate. These programs have been instrumental in helping us grow the leadership within CMS. We realize that the growth and development for internal candidates must continue beyond the previously mentioned programs. In preparation for the principalship, advanced professional development will be provided for high-performing APs. Our goal is to identify and prepare internal candidates to go into the principal talent pool. The second prong to school leadership recruiting is external. There are a lot of talented administrators across the country who keep their eyes on CMS looking for leadership opportunities. Connecting with these candidates and getting them to apply to the talent pool is the primary goal. Where do we find these individuals? We believe that principals who attend educational leadership conferences and are committed to continuous improvement are the kinds of folks we want leading our schools. We have and will attend educational leadership conference in hopes of recruiting external candidates. We will also implement additional marketing strategies to get the word out that CMS is all about great school leadership. As we recruit, one of the many questions we get about school leadership positions is, what kind of school leader are you looking for? Well, you know the answer to that question. It depends on the type of school. This question and additional discussions have led to the creation of the School Profile Matrix. The School Profile Matrix categorizes the 164 schools into 9 categories, which are listed across the top in red. Let me say this about the School Profile Matrix. This is a draft. We need your feedback to finalize this document. Each category defines the school, the leadership focus, the talent pool competencies, and the leadership experience for the ideal candidate. I will lead you through one example. Look at the steady performing school category in the second column. The description of that school says, school that consistently meets district standards with consistently meets expectations on state tests, school has not recently had significant change. If you look at the leadership focus, which we believe are the daily activities for a successful principal at that school, it talks about systematically evaluating and using data to improve the instruction within that school, develops a new vision and coach staff for improvement instructional outcomes, ensures accountability at all levels, and works to distribute leadership across the staff. Let's skip over the top leadership competencies for now, and I'm going to come back to that. The ideal candidate for a steady performing school would be someone who has experience in leading and motivating a team, has experience with recruiting, selecting, placing, retaining, and counseling out teachers to make sure the school has the right staff. And you can read through the rest of those experiences for the ideal candidate. But what we need your help on is this: looking at the top leadership competencies. These competencies are the competencies that we use to admit candidates into our principal talent pool. We need your help in identifying the top 3 leadership competencies for each category. So for example, for the steady performing school, what would be the top 3 leadership competencies for that school? You will have an opportunity in each learning community to provide feedback on the school profile matrix to give us what you think are the top leadership competencies for each. Not only that, we want feedback on, have we described each school? Is there an additional category that we need to include when categorizing our 164 schools? So in conclusion, the next steps for you as a learning community is to provide feedback on the school profile matrix. Within the next couple of weeks, each executive director will receive a document or a way to provide feedback to us given the information that you've heard or listened to today. Later down the road, we're going to ask each learning community to also categorize the schools in their learning community based on the final list for the school profile matrix. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me via email or phone.